Something that I love to do is check out people's portfolios to see what new talent there is and to see all the new projects that have come out over the past year. And there's only one place that I really go to see these new projects, to see what is like sort of trending in the design community, and that is Behance. So today I'm going to be going through Behance, or should I say the best of Behance, which is a curated list, having a look at the projects that are on there and seeing what inspiration I and you can take to put into our own portfolios. This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Before we get into the first project, please remember to press that red subscribe button down below so you never miss a video like this. It's completely free to subscribe, or if you want to be an absolute beast, you can join the channel where you pay from like $2 a month. You get your own room in the Creative Insiders Discord, and you're a fan of mine and I'm a fan of you, so we can hang out virtually. Remember to press that button. Okay, so the first thing here, we're on best of Behance, and we've got a curated list, so this isn't one that is just like risen to the top by itself. Someone has curated it to put it at the top of the list, and the one that strikes my eye first of all obviously got to be this one, and this is by all these guys here. I'll link all of projects below that I'm seeing so you guys can take a look and follow the guys who created them. So Safety Booth, so you guys were animating all these pieces. The purpose of the campaign was to explain in a fun way the behavior of users when choosing their passwords and how the two-step verification system simplifies the whole process. Cool, let's take a look at this. Is a little Vimeo. Oh, that's pretty cool. Are you an animal lover? This guy loves cats too much. 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 Also, quite a few people use a pet's name for their password, but if you think your password is perfect, it's at risk of being stolen. This animation, I'm looking at all the information that's happening, but can I say the animation is pretty good, very clean. I like the style of that animation as well. You can see all of them down here. Just that animation there is nice. It's very fun, simple, shows the point that you have to have different passwords for every social media account that you have. And this cake thing going on down here, that's pretty fun. You can start to see this type of design coming out more and more and more. People are loving the 3D-ness of it. I'm pretty sure they probably used, was it After Effects and Cinema 4D? Octane Render, X Particles. Yeah, so After Effects and Cinema 4D. I genuinely love this style. It's so friendly. All the textures that you see in here, everything is just so friendly, but it's easy to read as well. Great for Instagram stories. Okay, so let's scroll down and see what takes my fancy. Oh, logo 52 logos. Let's have a look. So this is by Kiss Miklos. The tools are just Adobe Illustrator. You can't beat Adobe Illustrator. Again, when you're showing a logo portfolio, something that really gripes me is people not giving context. And I know I don't do it on all of my portfolio stuff, but I always put myself in the shoes as of a client. So I want to know what this logo was created for, because that is the real test. But this logo here, really balanced, really simple. I like the use of just geometric shapes as the outline to make the tiger or the lion.
The bears, oh my!
That one's really cool. It's weird how your brain can read something and it just looks like a normal word, human nature, but in fact you can realize the H and the U are all one. The M is ultra wide to get that sort of space out there again. The A is upside down, and again down here. I think it's a really cool monogram and clever type. Got a nice B there. I recently created something similar to that. Oh, this one's cool. This sort of logo, and I think this is Helvetica is used here. This sort of logo is really, really interesting. You've got the digital space in there with the mouse cursor, and also you've got just a normal typeface. Again, clever logos, really cool. I like your style of like this sort of old vintage style of work that's going on. I like the serifs. I like the fact that you're removing certain parts and merging other parts together. Penguin, no way. This one really freaks me out a bit because it's kind of like the font Hobo. So Hobo is this font that's used everywhere in like America, not so much in the UK, but this one is really bubbly, kind of a hipster, kind of hippie as well. And I like the idea of a penguin being it. That is super clever. You can see how the penguin has influenced the rest of the type. So the G has really influenced it all. Perfect. Well, I'm going to go back up to the top here and go and find logo up here. I'm just going to press logo and see what other logo folios we can find on Behance. I want to see this one here. This one's catching my eye quite a bit. It was actually featured in graphic design or logo design on here. Wow, you got some detail. Logos like this are super hard to create, but at the same time, the detail doesn't take anything away from the design. We're always taught, and I always teach and bang on about how logos have to be simple, but it shows you really in the right context and circumstance that, such as this sort of crest, the English Club Moscow, is creating a heritage type of feel with a modern twist. All the lines are super clean and it looks modern, but it's got a wink at the past. Let's go look at branding for a bit. I love the fact on Behance that you can just select branding and it creates all the best ones for you at the start of the Behance portfolio page. So Blue Jets, this one's been freaking me out a bit. I don't know if you noticed in the thumbnail here, you can see a red dot part of the branding. Pretty clever. Ooh. With Blue Jets, air travel is no longer a burden, it's an advantage. Blue Jet will not only change the way that you fly, but transform your sense of what's possible. So I'm not sure yet exactly what it is, but I like the dots appearing in everything. The typeface is really clean as well. And also that little T there, the T with the swipe up kind of has a plain-esque look to it. I like that. So you've used Arial bold, really clean, kind of a cliche typeface, but it's not a bad thing to use with this. And this icon and every dot, every full stop in England we call it, but every period on here is a red dot. So I guess this is an airline company and the branding actually works really well. You've got the blue and the red in there. Everything is really easily read. If I was to walk into an airline, because we've been flying a lot last year, not so much this year with everything that's going on, but if I was to walk into somewhere like this, you know, in an airport and look at all their supporting assets, so brochures and everything, I would feel right at home. I would feel everything is just one big family. And you've done a really good job down here to show this. It looks really nice. And the way that you've presented this makes it easier for me to understand. You start off in your portfolio, and I don't mean to be talking to you personally, the guy who created this, but we can all learn from this. You started off with the headlining piece of what you've created and you've introduced it, then you backtrack completely to why you're creating it and where it came from. So you start with the most basic thing, which is Arial bold. And that's something that we can all learn when it comes to creating our portfolios. It's important to tell a story through it. Speaking of creating a story with portfolios, I recently did a video, and I'll link it down below as well, of me editing and recreating my website portfolio over at Squarespace. I've been using Squarespace for 6 years and they've been sponsoring me. They're sponsoring this video to let you guys know that it's an amazing place to put your portfolio. So not only do you have places like Behance, but you can have your own customizable web page, your little corner on the internet where your work is. And you can see here, this is mine that I'm still editing because everything is sort of not going to plan at the minute with my timings. And because I normally do branding and logo design work, you can see here that I've used a template on Squarespace and I've edited it slightly. And you can see when I'm going through all my stuff, really easy to navigate, change everything, have my logo on there. It's great. If I click on one of my pieces of work here, qualified tutors, and I scroll down, you can see it tells a story of where we got to the point of the logo. So I'm literally spoon feeding it, not all the time, but spoon feeding this to people so they can really understand, so they don't have to create any effort into doing it. And you can see I've got Scrawler Box here as well, which is a company that I've worked with the past couple of years, which is all about sending assets and design stuff, and not only that, like brushes and pencils to scroll with in a box every month. And I created their new logo type, which was really fun. Basically what I'm saying is Squarespace is a really affordable way of having your own website, but not only that, you don't have to be a web design developer genius. I simply don't know how to develop things, but I can create a cool looking website, and the Squarespace with thousands of templates to fully customize allows me to do it. Now if you click the link down below in the description, you get 10% off Squarespace, or use the code that's on screen right now. A little trick, you can design your website first before paying for it. So go ahead and design your website and let me see how it goes. This one here looks really interesting as well. So it's a fictional identity that's been created as a tribute. So this is really interesting. This is what I'd like to call super modern and very traditional design centered. For a fictional design portfolio piece, you've really captured me here with the very long condensed typography that you've got going on here with the logo. So 1919. It works really well. I like the fact that not only is the logo a really condensed, it's like Anton, I don't know the typeface. I know one of the typefaces are really condensed and really nice, but not only are they condensed and nice, everything that you're showing it on is like long, so it fits with the proportions. And the great thing about this is that you've fit the card or the business cards with the type. So I love the fact that he's done that. And then not only that, the color combinations that he's got going on here are unreal too. Okay, let's look at some packaging. Finally, some packaging. Ooh, this looks interesting. So branding and packaging design. People work out to become healthy and utilize cosmetic product or surgery to enhance their beauty. What I love about this, straight off the bat, context. Give me context so I don't have to like be scrolling up and down to see what's going on. So it's all about health and stuff. So develop brand concept, logo, package, design. And I think only designers and proper hipsters would love bottles like this because they're so simple. But we as designers appreciate how much it takes to create simple packaging to look good. So the colors here are really vibrant. The typeface really modern as well, very friendly. You'll notice that on the top here, there is no capital letters or uppercase letter forms. That's just to make it a bit more chillaxed. There is a lot going on the bottle, but I love the way that you presented it with these things in the background. I'm not too sure if this is Cinema 4D. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's like mock-ups and stuff, but it's really good. You can see if you were just to show the logo or the packaging just as a bottle, it wouldn't be as fun. But you can see all these designers here are showing the logo, the bottle, everything with supporting things in the background. They're really trying to sell this idea, not by just saying, here is like, you know, the bottle and here's what you should think. It actually forces you to know about the company. So here's a perfect example. Here's just the bottles. Then here we've got these sort of like matte orbs around them for different colors, the same colors as on the bottle. It just gives it that bit more visual interest. Okay, so there you guys have it. There are all of the portfolio pieces that I've been doing today. If you did enjoy this video, please share it and let me know. What I would love to do is start creating content where I'm promoting other people's work, looking at some of the most inspirational work that I find online, not just on Behance, but on different other portfolio sites. So I want to see what I can learn so my portfolio personally can be better, but also take you guys on that journey with me. Again, remember to subscribe at the bottom if you want to see another video. Let me know. Join Creative Insiders. It's a free Discord, but if you have joined my channel and you're a paid member of this channel, then you get your own room and role that will allow you to have a bit more access to me and to talk to me on the Creative Insiders Discord. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Goodbye.